Sometimes ago, I made one video. I turned and said the importance of Peter Obi joining the coalition. But today, I just want to take our mind back for some of the reasons why Peter Obi should not join the coalition. Now, the coalition has not even taken effect. We are beginning to see the ugliness in the coalition. We are beginning to see biases in the coalition. We are beginning to see people rooting for an individual which is less popular. That is one of the problems in coalition. The first problem in coalition is people who are less popular because they have money. They are going to be that singular person or singular set of people who will be dictating what the coalition should look like. In ADC, a lot of them are rooting for Atiku Abubakar because they know it's the money bag. The other disadvantage of going into coalition is if Peter Obi tends to go into coalition, his political ideology will no longer be there again because he has to compromise. Because coalition is all about compromise. You leave some things out of it, you take some things from other people. His ideology about Nigerian people will not be what will be his ideology anymore. The ideology of Peter Obi will just be to do the bidding of ADC, to do the bidding of any coalition is going to. That is another danger. A lot of Nigerians, they confuse merger and coalition together. Merger and coalition, they are not the same thing. Some people say, hey, in 2019, they did coalition. There is a clear dichotomy between coalition and merger. What happened in APC was a merger in 2014. Was a merger. It was not a coalition. A merger is the total destroying of your structures coming together under a singular structure. But coalition is more like a man who is having a wife he loves at home and a girlfriend outside. His loyalty is to the wife and not to the girlfriend. So anytime he can choose to leave the girlfriend but not the wife. Before I move further, beg, make una take time. Do just this one favor for me. If you have not liked my video for once or you never liked this particular video, give them a like. It costs you nothing. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Not that alone, try to share to somebody and comment. And most importantly, hit that notification bell they see for down there so that you will get access to my video whenever I release a new video. Let's go on. Peter Obi going to coalition, such coalition there's going to be what they call instability. There's going to be instability, there's going to be conflict. And it is happening now in ADC. Now, what will happen in ADC, we are beginning to see we are beginning to see lack of internal politics in ADC because the objective of ADC have not been defined. And that is one of the problems of coalition. The objective of coalition is not always defined. Why? Because they come in an hurry just to get power. So their objective is not properly defined. So if Peter Obi is going to coalition, I'll ask him this question. What is the objective of the coalition? As you listen to me now, if I ask you in clear terms, can you tell me one objective of this coalition, of this ADC, in which they are trying to form? What is one objective of ADC? Most of you will not be able to tell me. What you will tell me is like, let them grab power. Let them grab power. But that should not be the hallmark of coalition. The hallmark of coalition is like, we must have an objective which we want to achieve. It's like having a company, you have a company. There must be a mission statement and you must have a vision. Question now, what is the vision of this current coalition? There is no vision and there is no mission statement. That is just the truth. So that is one disadvantage in coalition because there's never going to be a concrete objective. Peter Obi should not join a coalition. There's going to be a lot of manipulation when it comes to coalition. And that is the bitter truth. A lot of manipulation because people coming from different political backgrounds have their ideas on how to go about doing this. And not that alone. The ruling party in place will also send their boys to come and destabilize that particular political party. A lot of manipulation here and there in coalition. A lot of manipulation. And it's happening now in ADC. You can see the light of Kenneth Okonkwo playing a mind game on Peter Obi. You can see the light of Dele Momodu playing a mind game. That's all about manipulation. Manipulating Peter Obi, trying to get obedient, to get aggrieved, trying to make people feel like, no, Peter Obi is saying that Peter Obi does not have the quality, doesn't have the quality to be to lead Nigeria, to struggle power from Tinubu, because it's only Wike in the south that has the power to do that. That Peter Obi do not have the power. It's only Atiku that can take power from Tinubu. You can see the manipulation. So Peter Obi going into coalition must bear in mind there's going to be a high degree of manipulation in such a coalition. That is the truth. And another disadvantage of Peter Obi going into coalition, the decision-making process in coalition is always very slow. The decision-making process of coalition is always very, very slow. Since they met, what has happened after that? There is nothing. If Peter Obi is in a particular political party, just like Labour Party now, whatever decision they want to take, that decision will be taken without stress. But with coalition, people will come to counter and counter the old decision that will be taken based on the fact that people from other political parties has infiltrated the coalition party. So if Peter Obi is thinking of going to coalition with these guys, he must understand that the decision-making process in coalition is very, very difficult. And Peter Obi will not be able to withstand that. And again, Peter Obi must understand that in coalition there's a lot of power struggle. A lot of power struggle, which I know that Peter Obi do not have the strength for that. And it is happening now. It is happening now. And we have not even seen it yet. This is just the beginning. So it's not advisable for Peter Obi to go into such a coalition because they don't have the power to struggle for power. You know, something English. You don't get power to struggle for power. And that is just the painful reality. Another disadvantage which Peter Obi will face when it comes to coalition is like, management of coalition is very difficult. To manage a coalition is very, very difficult. See, merger is quite different from coalition. And that is what most of us don't understand. When we talk about coalition, these people can also, I can stay in my party and have a coalition with you. But when we talk about merger simply means we break all of the structure and we are coming together under a single structure. But in coalition, I am not leaving my structure. All I'm just doing is like, I take part of my structure to be a representative in the new structure we are having. But my own structure cannot be dismantled. That is why I see people, they are not leaving their political party. Because it's called a coalition. It's not a merger. There's a dichotomy between a merger and a coalition. And that's what I want most Nigeria to understand. If this were to be a merger, it's a different thing. That is why I do not know the modus operandi in which they are going to use in selecting who is going to be the flag bearer in ADC. Question now is like, how will they select who is going to represent them? Because it's not a merger, it's a coalition. I want to put that at the back of my mind though. And Peter Obi must understand, in going into coalition, a lot of sabotage, they're in there. A lot of people who are there just to destroy the party, they are there present because people will come from other political parties to infiltrate that particular coalition, enter to destroy the coalition. That is their mindset. When people are saying yes, they will come to say no. They will just come to get information on what is happening in that particular coalition to go and give it to your own party. But if it is merger, you have destroyed your structure and you are loyal to that particular party. But in coalition, there is no loyalty to coalition. Coalition is like a man who is married. He has a wife at home that he loves with his own heart, but he's only having a side chick. So that side chick can be thrown away at any time. So a coalition is more like a side chick. That is the truth. Coalition is a side chick, while the main chick is your main political party. So people coming under coalition, they are just doing extramarital affair. That is what coalition is all about, extramarital affair. They can still remain their party, but yes, they are doing flingy outside. That is just the truth. So a lot of sabotage will be in that particular political party. And there's a tendency whereby we're going to have a lot of financial crisis when it comes to coalition. In as much as they can pool resources together, we can also have financial crisis when it comes to coalition, because the management of fund in coalition is very difficult. That's why I'm saying that because it is not a merger, there's going to be a great degree of problem in coalition. In business, we have what is called merger, where you acquire, you take over. You take complete over of the structure. You have a new brand structure that take care of everybody's needs in that particular structure organization. We must understand this. Well, I'm not doing that for this country. I'm not doing that for this country. So, in as much as there's a benefit in coalition, there's also a lot of disadvantage in coalition. So me, for one, I don't advise Peter Obi to go into coalition because it's going to be more of an edict to him than of a blessing to him. So my people, I beg, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to give a like, don't comment, and don't hit the notification bell so I go get access to my video whenever I release a new video.